Well, that was my question. Do you ever hear like you can't be country from being in Pennsylvania?
Dude, I
Like,
had this
but by the
conversation.
way, I just want to make it clear: the town he comes from smells like chocolate.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Hershey Park.
No, but like you walk around and you open your windows and you drive through, and the shit smells like chocolate. It's amazing.
It does when you're down in town in Hershey, but I was on the outskirts of Hershey, so like I was across from a dairy farm, and I was on the outskirts. So you go for a drive, it's nothing but farm fields and Amish countries in Lancaster, which is like 30 minutes away from me. So people mistake. I feel like people think of like Pennsylvania, they think of Philly, they think of Pittsburgh, and they're like, "Oh, you're a city boy." I'm like, dude, I grew up behind my grandparents' house, surrounded by nothing but farms. My grandfather was a mechanic, worked big machinery, so I was in the garage with him growing up, learning how to do things, watching him, fishing with him, hunting with him. My obsession for cars came from him. So it's like people want to have this like sense of like where does country come from? I'm like, where I originally grew up before I moved to Hershey, we had like 2 restaurants to pick from. Our version of going out was going to church and going to Costco in Harrisburg on Sundays. But like we had a diner, we had 2 diners and a pizza joint, small little town where I originally was from. Before moving to Hershey, but yeah, I mean, there's plenty of country up there, man. Like,
No, it is country.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there is that thing where it's like Philadelphia and Pittsburgh with Alabama in the middle.
Yeah.
That's how people describe Pennsylvania sometimes.
Or people think about New York, and it's like, think about upstate New York.
Exactly.
I'm like, good Lord, man, their country is hell up there.
No, it's a
So
totally different world.
yeah, so that was definitely something I battled with when I came to Nashville and whatnot. I'm like, guys, country exists everywhere. Like, it's not just in the South.
I think that's the biggest thing.
I'm like, get over it.
It's true. Country does exist everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about country, it's like, look at Canada. I was just in Canada.
They have a huge country music scene.
Oh my goodness, man. Canada throws down.
Yeah, they love it.
Oh my gosh, they are infectious up there for country music. I was up there in the spring on my first headlining Canada tour. We went from west to east and went through some crazy snowstorms. We lost the tour bus, had to get another tour bus shipped up to us. It was nuts. We were broke down one day. Where were we? Like in the middle of the mountains, and it was snowing and it was cold as balls, and we are just inching our way to the next destination, and we're like, are we even gonna make it? But it was so cool to see Canada, Australia. I mean, you want to talk about country music fans?
They love it.
Australia. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. Like, it doesn't matter. Oh, we're in the South. Like, this is country music. I'm like, get over yourself.